Excuse me, sir, what are you guys arresting her for?
A warrant out of charge.
A warrant out for what?
Sorry?
A warrant for what, sir?
She wasn't just furious, she was feral. A live stream showed Chrisean Rock thrashing in her driveway, screaming as social workers strapped her baby into a state vehicle. Millions replayed the clip, but almost no one knew the raid was the final act in a slow-motion tragedy. Months of ignored warnings, frantic 911 calls, and chilling footage that piled up until CPS could no longer look away. What investigators discovered beyond those front doors: razor-edged chaos, missing medical records, and a single sentence that confirmed everyone's worst fear.
No, I'm going to the dentist. Y'all want to come? Okay. Well, is Jack coming?
Jack's driving.
Y'all act like that. Y'all don't even know what's going on. I'm not putting my child in the camera. Y'all keep saying, attend to my baby. I am attending to my baby. That's why I have certain people here tell me attend to my baby while I'm working. I'm not gonna keep, you know? So, all that.
It forced the system to draw a hard line. But was it too late? And did anyone in her orbit ever truly try to stop the spiral before a toddler paid the price?
I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you. Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
Her phone was streaming, her followers were scrolling. One moment she was gossiping about chart positions, the next she was howling at officers.
I can call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You're busy right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm not busy.
Comment sections detonated. Half the viewers swore CPS had gone too far, the other half demanded to know what took them so long. Behind the pixels, though, was a paper trail stretching back a full calendar year. Anonymous tips, screenshots of bruises, and one especially disturbing voicemail from a panicked neighbor. She's been screaming at the baby for an hour. Please, he's only a few months old. Can somebody check on him? That voicemail, filed last autumn, sat unopened for weeks. When the live stream went viral, supervisors finally pulled the entire case file. Buried inside was evidence so grim that even veteran agents admitted it, kept them up at night. But a single video was about to make the backlog irrelevant. 2 days before the raid, Chrisean hit go live on Twitch. She juggled a FaceTime call with Blueface and a swarm of chat donations. Mid-conversation, she waved a handoff camera. Just drop him in the car real quick. Chat scrolled faster. Did she say in the car? Turn the AC on at least. Girl, it's 100 degrees. A timestamp shows 10:15:22 minutes before she finally strolled into the parking lot. Junior's cries clawed through the mic. When the door cracked open, the camera caught a little chest heaving from heat and panic. She giggled, blamed the noise on online haters, and returned to her call. Within an hour, clips hit Reddit's r/public freakout and Twitter's trending tab. A pediatric ER nurse stitched the footage on TikTok, explaining how quickly infants slip into heat stroke, even at 85 degrees Fahrenheit. That stitch alone passed 5 million views overnight and landed on CPS's morning incident report. Public outrage had just given investigators probable cause. Veteran social worker Marisol D led the unannounced home check. She expected clutter. She did not expect an improvised crib wedged against a dresser covered in half-empty tequila bottles.
Their mother drank and smoked while they was pregnant. That's why they're so angry. Because who the fuck is angry? You supposed to be angry at them that did this. Not, that's the reason why you don't find it to be angry is because you did it. Then y'all want to hop on here talking about I'm talking about my grandbaby. No, I'm talking about the trifling mammy. Now, please don't get me started because I done already repented.
The playpen lining, soaked in what smelled like stale formula, was frayed wide enough for a baby's head to slip through. In the kitchen, cabinet doors dangled on one hinge. Powdery residue streaked a glass coffee table. Next to it, a pacifier. Marisol snapped photos, bagged samples, and called police for backup. Body cam footage later leaked. An officer holds a tiny sock beside a broken vape cartridge and mutters, "You've got to be kidding me." Upstairs, they found the comment that changed everything scrawled, almost like a joke on a whiteboard. "He can't crawl yet anyway." Written next to a to-do list, post new merch, book Vegas gig, call nail tech. That single sentence admitted what professionals had whispered for months. Junior wasn't hitting milestones that toddlers half his age mastered.
Janet, why didn't you convince her to help Junior? I did. My cousin is a specialist. I did the best I could. My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. It don't matter if you're autistic, if you're not, if you're regular children, we offered the help as much as we can. My cousin literally has her BA in all of this. It's when people are in denial of stuff, it's you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality.
Neglect wasn't an accident now. It was documented indifference. Hospitals keep digital footprints. CPS flagged Junior's file. 1 birth center record, 0 pediatric visits, 0 vaccine logs, 0 developmental screenings. A licensed pediatrician later explained on a podcast, "If a child really can't hold his head up at 18 months, you're beyond slow to crawl. You're looking at muscular or neurological impairment. So why no appointments?" Chrisean's ex-assistant, who quit after a 3-week stint, went on IG Live. She said doctors are opposition because they work for the haters. She really believed that. By dodging clinics, she also dodged mandatory reporters, professionals legally bound to alert CPS. That loophole shielded her, until she live-streamed evidence onto the internet herself. CPS policy requires kinship placement first. Agents dialed every relative they could find. Sister Tiki, "I love my nephew, but I work doubles and my apartment's a studio." Blueface's father hung up. Blueface's mother agreed, then backtracked on speakerphone. "Actually, I'm traveling next month." In court, the judge asked if anyone present would assume guardianship. Silence. A bailiff later described the moment. "You could hear the fluorescent lights buzzing." Without family, the state placed Junior in a therapeutic foster home trained for high-needs infants. Safe but temporary. And trauma experts warn, every extra move at this age imprints stress on developing brains. Here are a list of red flags by Chrisean. Week 5 of pregnancy. Fan video shows her at a nightclub double-fisting cocktails. 7 months pregnant. She appears on a podcast slurring words. Brags she'll be lit in the delivery room. Junior 2 weeks old. Photographed front row at a festival. Bass speakers measured above OSHA limits for adults. Month 6. Blueface tweets she refused hernia surgery, calls her irresponsible. Month 10. Neighbor phones police over hours of non-stop crying. No one answers the door, call logged, no follow-up. Month 18. Twitch locked car incident. 2 days later was the raid. Every red flag alone looked questionable. Tacked together, they painted a pattern: neglect, denial, and escalating danger. Twitter spaces erupted into debate. Some insisted this was racism and misogyny in action. White rock stars trash hotel rooms and keep custody, one viral tweet. Others countered, babies die in hot cars every summer. CPS would have intervened no matter the mother's skin tone. Think pieces popped up on BuzzFeed, The Root, and parenting blogs. Mental health advocates pointed at Chrisean's own childhood, years in foster care, trauma that she publicly romanticized as building toughness. They asked, can a person who never saw stable parenting magically create it? Meanwhile, former fans flipped. Under old music videos, comments changed from fire emojis to stream money paid for booze, not formula. I'm done. Prosecutors hit her with child endangerment, possession, and a probation violation tied to last year's assault case. To regain custody, she must complete a certified rehab program, pass random tests, alcohol indicators must read 0.00 for 6 straight months, attend weekly parenting classes, and provide progress reports. Secure stable housing inspected by CPS. Prove at least 12 consecutive weeks of on-time supervised visits. Legal analysts say that checklist takes the average compliant parent 9 to 12 months, without pending felonies. Chrisean has 2. Her response? She fired 3 attorneys in 4 weeks, yelled "clout chasers" at reporters, and sold free Rock and Junior hoodies on Shopify. Sales spiked, but the court was unimpressed. While her life combusted, Blueface sat in county jail on a parole violation. Through lawyers, he petitioned for temporary custody, claiming he's the more stable parent. The internet laughed. His resume includes reality TV fights and viral tweets bragging about infidelity. Yet compared to Chrisean's livestream chaos, some judges might find him relatively safer, especially if he enrolls family members as caretakers. A hearing looms, and family court insiders whisper that CPS would rather transfer guardianship to any biological parent than keep a toddler in state care indefinitely. Chrisean's downfall isn't just a headline. It's a collision of fame, trauma, and a system that often arrives minutes before midnight. Whether you believe CPS rescued a child or tore apart a family, one fact is inescapable. An 18-month-old sat sweating in a locked car and the world watched it live. Now the clock resets. Courts will argue, fans will hashtag, and Chrisean will either rebuild from rock bottom or livestream the collapse in real time. So who's gonna be the next person in the limelight? Please like and subscribe for more of the latest celebrity news and updates. I'll see you all in the next one.